Hello, my name is Caitlin. I'm a fashion reseller on the Depop and Poshmark apps. My Depop is at Traveling Circus VTG and my Poshmark is at KDB. So I've been doing a lot of sourcing lately, which is why I have not been doing videos, because I've been trying to get things sourced, listed, and out of my house as quickly as humanly possible. So we're taking a break from that today, and I'm just going to show you all of the lovely items that I have recently come to acquire. Like, comment, subscribe. Do it, please. Okay, thanks. Yeah. So let's get started with, I got purses and I got home goods and I got one little piece of jewelry. So we're gonna start with purses. So the first purse that I got, this is a vintage, it's canvas on this side, and then it's got like a magnolia, little quilted magnolia on it. So very cool. Probably gonna go for like 35. I'm gonna ask 35 for it. So there's that one. Normally I don't pick up, this is the sack. Normally I don't pick up the sack. Their designs are just kind of like pretty simple, which I know is what people like about the sack, but it's not what I like about the sack, so I'm not going to sell those kinds of sacks. So, but this one's really cool. It's got some sparkly action. It's in awesome condition. It's probably never been used because this guy still has like the little plastic thingy on it, you know, the little plastic cover to keep it shiny. So yeah, that was pretty exciting. The sack actually sells for a pretty good bit depending on the ones that you find. And I feel like that one's, you know, not very common to see. Otherwise I would have seen it before. So never seen that one. This one is hand painted and it shows like some, I guess, hunters. And then you've got like a river here. And I think these are elephants. Or at least yeah, okay, they're elephants. So you've got like their little tusk. And then, yeah, that's pretty neat, right? So, and it's got bamboo handles, I think. I believe these are bamboo because it's got like that, you know, the way that it grows like that. Probably, I don't know how much for this one, maybe like 40. Just because when it's something so rare and so very much certain people's styles, like so many people are going to want this and somebody is going to pay quite a few dollars to acquire it. To me. Pay it to me. This one I actually picked up at an estate sale. The lady who I guess was going into hospice or something, you know, estate sales are just sad situations in general, but they're good for us. So this is leather right here, and then you've got like this kind of, is it needlepoint? I don't know. Kind of pattern with little ladybugs and butterflies and all that junk. And then on the inside, it has a metal zipper, which as we know is early 70s or before. And yeah, so that's pretty cool. This one, I think, because she had a lot of like really nice designer bags, so I assume that this one is some sort of high-end bag, but it does not have any kind of branding that I can tell. I just know that it's a very nice quality and really unique. Share home goods. So this is from the happy land of Denmark, Holland. And it's in the shape of a Dutch oven. Like, how cute is that? And so I thought that that was really unique. And then it's got, you know, all the things that that country's really known for, like the tulip fields and the windmills and all these little cuties just hanging out doing a flower pick. So thought that that was pretty cute. This one, however, is worth a little bit more. This kind of pattern, so if you see these like kind of primary looking colors, that's a good sign. I'm not sure why they're worth more. I think that it's maybe because they're hand painted. You can feel when you touch it that it's hand painted, so that's pretty neat. And yeah, it's worth like 50 bucks. I forgot bags, or a couple bags. So this is a foonie, also known as a faux doonie, but it's a really good dupe. So I really love these the top handle doonies, and it's a crossbody, and it's got, you know, that it's tan and then black on the other side, so that's really cool. It's a really solid bag, and I mean, look in that thing. Like, that is just, that's solid, you know, that's gonna last you a minute. And it's got this pebbled leather. It may be a doonie, but I don't see why it wouldn't have some sort of like branding on it, because most doonies, they have like the duck somewhere. So it may just be a really nice no-name kind of foonie. Now this is not a foonie. This is a real doonie. And I just love vintage doonie and Burke bags. They're the only thing I ever want to carry for the rest of my life. I just really love this shade of brown. I feel like it goes with basically anything. The one that I have is a crossbody. It's a little bit smaller than this, but it's just amazing. And it's got white pebbled leather instead of the black. So you've got the duck right here, and the other way that you can figure out is it'll have a tag right there, and it'll look just like that. So if it doesn't have a tag, there's no dice for them. Now this, I have actually it's been sitting on my wall, and I really love these little, you know, like the diagram style pictures that they have of flowers. Somebody broke my heart, and when we were moving, I guess threw them away thinking that they were junk whenever we were moving to, was it when we moved to Atlanta or Clearwater, or I don't know. Anyway, they broke my heart. They were beautiful drawings. This one is a print, but it's like really nicely framed, and the back part is in a really good condition. It's not like coming up too much or anything like that. So this is probably 80s just based on style. And yeah, I do love these, but I feel like my house has kind of taken like a more classic Moroccan kind of route, and this is not that kind of vibe. So she's going to go to somebody else's house. Now we've got some brass. I'm gonna be like Christina Sherilyn because she says brass. It's brass. Brass. We love brass. So this is also known as a head cracker. Look at that thing. I mean, this thing is heavy. Like, this is probably the heaviest brass object I've ever picked up. It's got to be, the weight has got to be in the base because it really feels like it. But this has these cool little petal style Chinese kind of details, and it's got a crack in it. But it's kind of a cool crack. The thing about brass is that people like it more the worse condition it's in. So, you know. And then it's got, you know, these cute little dudes right here. Next, we've got this brass. This is like, it's just a little trinket box, but the way that I knew it was old was because you see those little numbers right there, the 24 and 24. That means that people are responsible for making sure that piece A is connected to piece B, and it's, you know, it all goes together and stuff. So anytime you see these kinds of like numbers where it's like this one's matched to that one, that's a pretty good sign that it's vintage, or at least like a relatively well-made item, because it's not being mass produced all at the same time. You know what I mean? You got to like put pieces together. Do you like them? Feel like a sexy brass mermaid. So these are bookends, and they're hilarious because you can pretend that they're on your boobs, but they're also really cool and kind of got that rustic mermaid aesthetic that we're all looking for. So there's those. I have another bookend, but it's just the one. It's my little duck. Where is he? My little duck over here. He's in a lot of my pictures. I like to use him as like a prop. So these are still unlisted because I need to get it together. But what I do with home goods is I like stock up on, you know, I do it with like shoes and bags as well. I like stock up on that kind of item so that when I do, you know, all of my measurements and all of my listings, that it's all like relatively similar. It makes it easier for me to get through. So well, I need to handle those. Next, we have just a couple baskets. This one's really cute, and I thought that this one was really cute. It has like a little bow right here. They're just like little chip baskets, but you know, I feel like they're a good size for like kind of a catch-all. I'm gonna sell them together because they're like somewhat similar. Probably like 25 bucks for the both of them. I feel like that's pretty fair. So there's those. Ugh. This I acquired at the suggestion of Texas Gal Treasures, aka Margaret. If you are not following her, she has a ton of great information about jewelry, hard goods. Her and my friend Kim and Christina Sherilyn are the ones that really taught me about home goods and like how to spot things that are going to be valuable. So there are not a lot of them available online, and it's just freaking pretty. So prettify those Kleenexes. Next we have this is a Fenton bowl, and where's his, yeah. So it says Fenton right there. And it was at one point, Fenton used to make like these glass baskets. So you can see where that, you know, that basket end went. And then on the other side, you can, you know, oh, there it is. Yeah. So, but it's still really cool. You know, it's like a white ruffle bowl. Who doesn't want a white ruffle bowl? So super cute. I don't know what anybody would put in this unless it were like jewelry or something. 'Cause I feel like you can't eat out of glass like this. You know, this is display. So yeah, very pretty, very unique. Now we have this teak wood. If you are not familiar with teak wood, it's particularly lightweight. So if you pick something up that is wood that should probably be way heavier than it is, it's probably teak wood. And this has this cool woven situation again, and then this really neat little tropical situation going down. So I thought that this one would be, you know, my mom is always looking for serving stuff. So I feel like serving stuff is probably going to do pretty well. I'm still pretty new to home goods, so I could be wrong about like each and everything that I picked up, but I don't think so. I really hope not. So, but yeah, this one's really cool. I feel like picking up big stuff, if you're able to mail it, it's a really good idea to pick up like larger home goods if you can house it and you can mail it, because not a lot of people have all that time to like dedicate to just, you know, packing something up and, you know, making sure that they have the right boxes, you know, because this is not going to fit in a post office box, you know, like the little freebies. That's not going to happen. But I did go ahead and go through Uline and acquire some that were, I think they're like 3 feet by 3 feet, and then, or maybe it's 2.5 feet by 3 feet. Anyway, they're really big. They're really big boxes, and this is what I have those things for. So yeah, I'm really excited. I'm at an advantage. And then this is ivory. And the way that you know that it's ivory is that if you look really, really closely, you'll see kind of like a diamond texture almost. Like when I say diamond, it's like a crisscross thing going on. Most bone does not have the crisscross, but ivory does. So you just have to take a good look at it. Again, Texas Gal Treasures has an awesome video about that one, about how to tell what's ivory and what's bone and stuff like that. But it is illegal to sell any sort of ivory today unless it's 100 years old. So that's really why I picked this up, is because I knew it was over 100 years old because of this clasp. It's like that. This is like the OG clasp, like whenever they started making brooches. It was just that plain little C type hook, and then that was it. So yeah, it's pretty old, and it's just beautiful and intricate. And I know that there are opinions. Everybody's got an opinion about, you know, what people should sell and what people shouldn't. I feel like when it comes to animal products, I don't mind to sell them, because I would rather see that item live on and somebody, you know, not have to destroy the environment more or kill another animal for something that already exists. So yeah, gonna sell it, I think. Maybe, I don't know. I don't have any self-control with brooches. I don't ever wear them, but I keep all of them. I love brooches. I just like to look at them. So there's that. And then last but not least, I'm going to show you this is my most recent acquisition for myself. When I see pressed flowers, it's freaking done for. Like, I'm not gonna buy the pressed flowers. So it has like a mirrored bottom, and I have bought pressed flower decoration type stuff before, and it sold the same day that I listed it. I didn't even list it. I posted a brag post to Facebook, and then my cousin's wife sent me a message and was like, how much do you want? I was like, ooh, okay. And like, as soon as she asked me, I was like, man, I don't want to sell them. But like, she had already asked me, so I was like, fine, you know, like, I will come across more. I know this. So I did come across more, and now that one is mine. One thing that I do want to go ahead and mention is that most of my best finds are not Goodwill. I almost never go to Goodwill. The best vintage stuff that you're going to find, or that I have found, has been in some like random middle of a neighborhood type mom and pop thrift store that's like on the side of a church. Like, the more obscure you can find of a thrift store, the better off you are when it comes to sourcing for vintage. I don't know why, but that has been the pattern that I have noticed. So be aware, look into different ways of thrifting, look into estate sales, see what's on Facebook Marketplace. I found some really cool stuff on Marketplace before. Yeah. So thanks for coming to look at my items, and like, comment,